welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. This question so much, so I wanted to just pop on really quick and give an answer. Yes, you absolutely can use your air fryer or convection oven instead of a regular oven. And I just wanted to talk about your air fryer for like 2.2 seconds. So I have the type of air fryer that is like a toaster oven air fryer combination. But essentially your air fryer is just a little mini electric convection oven. That's all it is. So when you use the kind that has like the drawer that you pull out, right? All that is a heat element, just like your electric oven, and a fan that blows that air. So convection ovens cook things faster than if you use the oven without the convection setting on. And there's two reasons. One is like you're circulating that warm air with the fan, and so it just speeds up the process a little bit. But that fan also helps you keep consistent temperature. When you do in a regular oven, your heating element turns on, which is giving your food a little bit more heat, and then it turns off because the oven has reached the optimal temperature. Then the oven drops in temperature a little bit, then the heating element turns on, and that's how your oven works. But your convection oven, it's not that it works dissimilarly, but it brings it to a temperature, and then that fan keeps that temperature rotating around the food the whole time that it's cooking. So it's just circulating the heat around the food, and so it tends to get things a little crispier, and it definitely tends to cook them faster. The only thing I will say about using an air fryer or this type of air fryer that is like a toaster oven air fryer, or even using your toaster oven, which is just a mini version of your oven. It's exactly the same. It's an electric heating element. It's the same as your oven, but it's on a smaller scale. Is be considerate of how close to the heating element the food is. So in a big oven, obviously, right? Your food can be adjusted to be close to the heating element or further away from the heating elements, right? There's a heating element usually on the top and the bottom of your oven. In your convection air fryer, there's probably one singular heating source. So in this toaster, it's at the top. If I put something in there, it's basically like I'm broiling it because it's very close to the heating element because it's like a flatter surface. If you're using an air fryer that has a little bit more depth, that may not be the case and you don't need to worry about it. In the case where this comment comes from, the potatoes, that's great because the broil did great because we parboiled them first. So the potatoes were basically cooked. We were just trying to get them crispy. So putting them in the air fryer is actually amazing and would do an incredible job on crisping them up. Obviously for me, it's too small a scale because I made that giant sheet pan, which will not fit in my little air fryer, right? So it will scale down how many you can cook at one time, which is why I use the oven. But it being close to the heating element is great for that recipe. But that's not the case in all recipes, right? Like if you're making a food that you need it to cook through, like a roasted chicken, for example, you need that to cook through to the center before the skin becomes completely charred. That's not going to do very well in an air fryer because even though it's just like your oven and it's circulating the air and it's maintaining the temperature and it's doing all the beautiful things, your heating element's going to be really close to the outside of your chicken. And so the outside skin is going to get burnt before the inside ever gets a chance to cook. So hot and fast is not always best. But for this particular recipe, 10 out of 10 recommend.